Good evening, everyone. Welcome to MBA Karo. SRCC GBO is just a few days away from now, and today we are going to have uh, a revision session, a marathon session for Quant section for SRCC. Now, this has been like last year, the paper was quite a challenging one. I've also uploaded the solutions of 2023. If you have not watched those solutions, you can watch the same on my YouTube channel. And if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's start this session. So, please just give a show of hands who all are present for the session. Just type in hi so that I get to know, okay, like we are good to go to start the session. So let's start with the first question. A shopkeeper sold an article at a loss of 15%. Had he sold the article for rupees 1240 more, he would have earned a profit of 5%. Find his profit or loss percentage if he sold the article for 6665. An easy question to start with, profit loss. Hi Abhishek, Saad, and others who are present in the session. Now, about this examination, if you see the past year trends, it asks everything, right? It is not like only certain topics are asked. It tests you on all things like number system, algebra, arithmetic, modern math, geometry, mensuration. So, in this video, I've covered all these topics. So, if you're part of any group, WhatsApp group, Telegram group of students who are preparing for SRCC, please do share this video with the parents so that they can have a last minute revision for the same. So he sells at a loss of 15%. Had he sold for 1240 more, he would have gained a profit of 5%. We need to tell the profit or loss percentage if he sold that article for 6665. Okay, loss of 15% means he sold at 85% of cost price, and profit of 5% means 105% of cost price. Difference कितना है? 20% of cost price. Okay. 20% of cost price, that means one fifth of cost price. One fifth of cost price is given as 1240. Okay, like if he sells at 85% loss versus 5% profit, तो different 20% आ गया. 20% is 12540, so cost price आ जाएगा 6200. Okay, so we need to find की loss, profit or loss percent. So definitely it's a profit because cost is 6200. So he's making a profit of 465 out of 6200 and into 100. Okay, now you don't need to calculate. Okay, you can just see कि 6 into 7 is 42, right? So 7% से ज़्यादा होगा. There is only one option, 7.5%. Okay, 7.5% got the answer. Okay, right answer. Let's see the next question. On a certain sum, the compound interest accrued in the first 2 years is 7360 and in the first 3 years is 12768. Find the rate of interest. Okay, compound interest for 2 years is given and for 3 years is given. You need to find the rate of interest. Now, how do we attempt this kind of a question? Okay, so we are given that uh, compound interest for 2 years. So understand that first year, let us say the compound interest is C. Suppose in year 1 it is C. So it increases by the rate of interest, right? So rate of interest से increase हो जाता है. So suppose it is 20%. Let's take an example. Suppose 20% rate of interest है. So it will become 1.2 C. Okay. Then it will become 1.2 times. So it will be 1.44 C and so on. Okay. Now we are given that compound interest for the first 2 years and for 3 years. Okay. So third year CI, like CI, I can write CI1, CI2 and CI3, like compound interest in first year, second year and third year. Okay. So 12,768 minus 7360, it gives us 5408. So third year it is 5408, right? Now in such kind of a questions, what you should see is, see, every year it is increasing by 20%. Like these are the options. Okay? The most preferable thing to do is go with the options. So 120% means it becomes 1.2 times, it becomes 1.3 times, it becomes 1.15 times, it becomes 1.25 times. Okay? So let us do is, let's divide 5408 by like 1.2. Okay? 12 से divide हो रहा है 5408. How to do these kind of questions in a smart way without using equations? 12 fours are 48. Okay, we get 660, so it is divisible. Okay, but 8 is not divisible, so 1.2 nahi hoga, very likely it is not the answer. Then we will test 1.3. Test the round of numbers first. Okay, 13 से अगर मैं 5408 करता हूँ, so when you divide by 13, 13 fours are 52. Then we get 2, 21 and 416. So it must be 4160. Okay. अब 416 को भी एक बार ट्राई कर लेते हैं. 4160 को 13 3 39 2 26. So 3 2. So this will be 3200. अब इन दोनों को ऐड करके भी देख लो. You get 7360. So that means the rate of interest is 30%. So these kind of questions you should solve using options, and remember the answers will usually be what I would say, that round of numbers. ठीक है, 20%, 30%, most likely उनके chance होंगे. If that does not work out, then probably you would go to these options. So by just using options, we can figure out instead of framing those equations like a formula लिख के equation बनाना. That's a foolish way to attempt. Okay, because if you do that, it takes a lot of time to write those equations and eliminate variables. This is how you can take numbers and get the result. Okay, so the answer is 30% correct. All right, so let's move on to the next question. Log 2, log of 2x minus 1 and log 2x plus 3 are in arithmetic progression. You need to find the value of x. So this is a question on logarithms. While attempting the examination, you should be clear कि what are the topics that you are aware of, what topics you lack in, because बहुत सारे questions देना होता है. You have to attempt 160 questions, right? And 40 in each section. So you can decide कि quant में मुझे कौन से 20-25 करने हैं और more. हम whatever is the number of attempts that you are targeting. So don't target a number. Basically, go with the best possible set of questions in each section. So these are in AP. AP का rule क्या होता है? This is sum of these two into 2. So this plus this is 2 into this. That is the rule of AP, that sum of extremes is twice the middle term. So we get 2 times of log 2x minus 1 is equal to log 2 plus log of 2x plus 3. Okay. So we'll apply the property of log. So this becomes, if something is written on the left side, that becomes the power. So it becomes log of 2x minus 1 whole square is equal to log x plus log y is equal to log of product of the numbers. Okay, so now we have log, we can remove that. So it becomes 4x square minus 4x plus 1, that is equal to 4x plus, this is 2 plus 2 into 3 is 6. Yeah, so it becomes 4x square minus 8x minus 5 equals to 0. Okay, so now what we can do is, like I'll tell you a nice way to factorize numbers. One way is you split the middle term, other way is put x equal to 10. ठीक है, तो इसको जैसे 4x square है, take it 400 minus 80 minus 5, so ये आ जाएगा 315. But this does not work out every time because हर बार कई बार ऐसा हो सकता है, बहुत सारे factors आ सकते हैं. Okay, so 315, if I see 315, think of number like near 40 because this is 4x square. So I can think of as 35 into 9. So we can say it 4x minus 5 x minus, but it is not working out in this case. That's why I avoid this. In this case, it is not working out straight away. So let's not make complicate things. This is 20 and this is minus 10 and 2. So you can make it minus 10x plus 2x minus 5. Okay. So we get, this is 2x minus 5 plus 2x minus 5. So that is equal to 0. So 2x minus 5 we can take common. And this is 2x plus 1. That is 0. Achha, so this 15 into 21 is also 315. That works this way. Okay, so x is 5 by 2. Among this is negative is not possible because like if we take minus 1 by 2, it is 2. This becomes negative. So ये negative नहीं हो सकता. इसलिए we will reject this case. Take x as 5 by 2. Okay. A bag contains 6 black balls, 9 red balls, and 3 white balls. 3 balls are drawn at random. Find the probability of getting all the balls of the same color. See, without quant, I won't say that it is possible because, like, quant में कुछ तो attempt करना पड़ेगा, right? You cannot get everything correct in the other 3 sections, and it is not like कि बाकी section में सब कुछ बन जाता है. DI भी काफी challenging रहता है, and like you have to attempt. It's not that you skip altogether. Maybe you can attempt just 10 questions. ठीक है, ऐसा नहीं कि आपको 40 में से 25-30 करने हैं, 8-10 क्वेश्चन करो. So it is all overall questions, and do not target any number because last year the paper was very difficult. अगर हम 22 की बात करें, 22 the cutoff was 325 for general category and 23 the cutoff was just 209. ठीक है, इसका पेपर बहुत डिफिकल्ट आया था. ये मतलब मॉडरेट टाइप का जो टिपिकल एसआरसीसी का पेपर आता था. लास्ट ईयर इट वाज सरप्राइजिंगली हाई. अब क्या होगा, जो लास्ट ईयर 325 का टारगेट लेके क्या होगा, दे माइट हैव गॉट लाइक दे मस्ट हैव स्टार्टेड पैनिकिंग कि कैसे अटेम्प्ट हो पाएगा. सिमिलरली सपोज इस साल पेपर इजी आ जाता है, सो व्हाट विल हैपन इज लाइक इफ यू हैव टारगेटेड जस्ट 209, आप अटेम्प्ट करके गए कि मैं 220 230 ले आऊंगा तो कट ऑफ क्लियर हो जाएगी. दैट वे इफ द पेपर टर्न्स आउट टू बी इजी, मे बी 300 माइट नॉट बी सफिशिएंट. Okay, so do not go by any target, just try to maximize attempt. First, tackle the questions which you are comfortable with in each section. Do not skip any section altogether. Yes, banking DI will be helpful. ये जो DI आता है वो बैंकिंग टाइप का आता है, लाइक ग्राफ बेस्ड, केसलेट बेस्ड, ओके, एंड ratio and table, all those sort of things are given. So if you're targeting, that will be helpful source of preparation. I will take a session on DI also, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Okay, so bag contains 6 black balls, 9 red balls, 3 white balls. ठीक है, तो टोटल कितने हो गए, 18 balls हैं, and 3 balls are drawn. find the probability of getting all the balls of same color. So how can we get all balls of same color? So there are three cases. Case 1, we get all black balls. All red balls. Third case is we get all white balls. Okay. Now, how do we get the number of ways of getting, like find the number of ways, and upon we will divide by the total selections. So number of ways, 3 black balls, there are 6 black balls. So 6C3, that is 654 by 6, which is 20. Okay. Three red balls out of 9, so 9C3, 84, and 3 white balls. There is only one way to get all 3 white balls. So total we have 105 ways of selection, and total selections are 18C3. Okay. 18C3 is basically 18 into 17 into 16 upon 6. So 3 times this becomes 35. 17, 16, 272. So 35 by 272. Typical permutation, like that combination based probability. So if your concepts are clear, easy question to attempt and you must do it. Okay. Let's see the next question. Two pipes A and B can fill a tank in 24 minutes and 36 minutes respectively. An outlet pipe C can empty the full tank in 18 minutes. Pipes A, B and C are opened alternatively for 1 minute in this sequence. In how much time would the tank be filled? Okay. ये थोड़ा सा लॉजिकल क्वेश्चन है, इसमें थोड़ा सा दिमाग लगाना पड़ेगा. Now, first and foremost thing that we do in time and work questions is let us put to work LCM of 24, 18 and 36. So let us say the capacity is 72. So A fills 3 units, B fills 2 units, and C is an outlet pipe, so it will empty 4 units. Okay. Now, how to do this question is like first 1 minute each in this sequence. So first minute A will work, will fill 3 units, then B will fill 2 units, and then C will work, will fill 4 units. अब क्या हो जाएगा, ये 1 unit हो जाएगा, right? 3 to 5. So in 3 minutes it is filling 1 unit, right? अब इसको लोग गलत क्या करेंगे, they will do it as we have to fill 72, so they will multiply by 3 and say 216 is the answer. That is wrong. Why wrong is because, like, by the time you fill like 72, ठीक है, आप क्या कह रहे हो, 1 कैसे भर रहा है, पहले 3 2 5 -4 1 हो रहा है, ठीक है, -4 हो रहा है तब जाके 1 हो रहा है, राइट। इसका मतलब इससे पहले 76 हो गया होगा। Like if you go by 216, what does it mean? That before it was 76 and you did -4, it became 72, right? So negative करना ही क्यों है? Like negative तो बाद में, like first it will be full and then you will stop, isn't it? So think like that. So how it is going is, first in 2 minutes we are increasing by 5 and then decreasing 4. So imagine that if it is 67, 67 plus 5 करके 72 बन जाएगा. We are filling 3 plus 2 and then doing -4, isn't it? So if it is 67, then we can make it 5 and it will become 72. We will stop. We will not like empty after it, isn't it? So 67 भरने के लिए कितना टाइम लगेगा? By this ratio, you will get 67 and 210 minutes, 201 minutes. So 201 minutes में 67 हो गया. By this logic, तब तक full नहीं होगा because 71 पे रहा होगा, 71 से 67 बन जाएगा. 201, then 201 में 67 हो गया. 202 minutes A will be working, will make it 70, and 203 minutes B will work and will make it 72. So the answer is 203 minutes. That's why I told you that it is a logical question than just making the cycle. तो ये जो time and work के इस तरह को cycle is there, but you have to don't blindly divide by that number. Okay, think that what will happen before it. Sometimes like this is a 5 question. If it was work, people are working, then also you need to see how much complete cycle is there and who are working in that hour. Okay, so I hope you got it. 203 as the correct one. Well, let's move on to the next question. What is the area enclosed in the region defined by these graphs? Okay, x mod of x minus 1 plus 2, line x is equal to 1, okay, and x axis and y axis. So area enclosed by this graph, x axis and y axis. So algebra भी इसमें proper आती है, graphs, functions, equations, everything. So x axis, y axis, that is simple to make. This is y axis, right? And this is x axis. So not an issue. X equal to 1. So this line is x equal to 1. इसका हमें ग्राफ बनाना है. Now, if you do not know how to plot graphs, mod का ग्राफ कैसे बनता है, कैसे शिफ्ट करते हैं, don't worry at all. Take some points, right? And plot x and y values. So, mod of x minus 1 plus 2 करना है हमें. So, put some value of x, put some values of y. Especially put 1, ठीक है, because यहाँ पे 0 हो जाएगा. So, x equal to 1 ले लो, 2 ले लो, 0 ले लो. Take few more values like -2, ऐसे कुछ random values ले लेते हैं. ठीक है. Now 1, if you put it is 0, 0 plus 2, y is 2. So when x is 1, y is 2. So this is x, sorry, ये x equal to 1 नहीं होगा, x equal to 1 नहीं होगा. Okay, x equal to 1 ये line होगी. When x is 1, y is 2. So x is 1, y is 2. Right, एक point ये हो गया इसका. If x is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. So x is 2, y is 3. So this is 2 comma 3. When x is 0, this is 1, 1 plus 2, 3. यहाँ पे भी 3 हो जाएगा. So mod का ग्राफ यूजुअली ऐसे बनता है, like mod x is something like this. So chances are the graph is like this. But let us put some more points. If we put 3, this is 2 plus 2, 4. Okay, so x is 3, it is 4. So 3 comma 4. So this is how the graph is going to progress. Right, and if you put minus 2, it is minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, minus 3, 3 plus 2, 5. So minus 2 comma 5. So this is how you get the graph. Okay, now this graph is made, we need to find the area enclosed in it. So this is the graph of this mod function. Okay, this is the graph of x equal to 1. This is x axis, y axis. So we need to find this area. How do you find this area? This is origin 0 comma 0. Sorry, origin ये नहीं है, ये है origin 0 comma 0. This is 1 comma 0. Okay, this point is like when x was 1, y was 2, and when is x is 0, y is 3. So these are the points. Let us find the distance. Basically, you need to find the length of these, right? So this length is 1. This length is 0 से 3 तक 3. This length is 0 to 2, 2. And this length, you do not need to worry about. It's a trapezium. ठीक है, trapezium बन रहा है. Area of trapezium is half sum of parallel sides into distance between them. ठीक है, parallel sides का sum क्या है? 3 plus 2, 5, and distance between them is 1 unit. So into 1. So it is 5 by 2 or 2.5 square units. That is the area of this graph. Okay. So this is how you find the area of graphs, plotting the points and then finding the areas of whatever figure that you get. Alright, so let's see the next question. Two trains of length 150 meter each pass each other in 20 seconds when moving in opposite directions. They take 40 seconds to pass each other when they move in the same direction. You need to find the speed of the faster train. So it's a typical time and work question. Okay, time, speed, and distance. So let us say, like fastest train is X and the other train is Y. So when they are going in opposite directions, that means towards each other, the length they have to cover is 300. Okay, in this also they have to cover distance of 300. In any form they go, time taken is 20 seconds. So speed is 15 meter per second, right? So x plus y is 15. Now when they are going in the same direction, they are taking 40 seconds, right? One train takes 40 seconds to overtake. So speed is 7.5. That means x minus y is 7.5 meter per second. So when we add, we get 2x is equal to 22.5. So x is 11.25 meter per second, the faster train, right? Now we are given the answer options in kilometer per hour. सारे options kilometer per hour में into 3.6 कर दो. 11.25 into 3.6 करना है. So 11.25 का डबल ले लो, that is into simple way to multiply. Take double of this, that will be 22.5, and half of this 1.8. Take double of this 45 and 9. Okay? 45 into 9.9 will be 40.5 kilometer per hour. Okay, so typical time and time speed distance question which can be easily solved. Just that it is about unit conversion from meter per second to kilometer per hour. Okay. Alright, so let's see the next question. Find the sum of all possible values of p such that p to the power 4 minus p cube has units digit as 2, where p lies between 20 and 30. This is a good question on number system. Now the key to mastering this exam is like if you have prepared well on all fronts. Like कुछ लोग होते हैं जो selected topic करके जाते हैं, वो issue बन सकता है. अगर आपने सारे topic cover किए, so in that case that will help you. So units digit के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? We are given p to the power 4 minus p cube. Okay, so it is about cyclicity. So last digit अगर हम p का लेते हैं 1 लेंगे, तो p की पावर 4 का लास्ट डिजिट क्या होगा? p की पावर 3 का लास्ट डिजिट क्या होगा? ठीक है, सो इस तरह से आपको करना पड़ेगा. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. देखो, जीरो के केस में जीरो होता है, ठीक है. वन के केस में ऑलवेज लास्ट डिजिट इज वन ओनली, राइट. सो दिस दिस डिजिट इज जीरो, सो नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प. ठीक है. 5 के केस में ऑलवेज 5, so this is also 0, so not valid thing. 6, the last digit is always 6. Okay, so 2 का फोर्थ पावर क्या होता है? 16, that is last digit is 6. 2 की पावर 3 में 8 होता है, तो 6 minus 8 करना है, so last digit will be 8. Okay, so this is not acceptable. 3 to the power 4, 3 9 27 8 1, so 1, and 3 cube is 7 27. Okay, so this is 4, again not a possible value. Then we have 4, 4 to the power 4, 4, we have 4 6 4 6, so fourth key 4 power will be 6, and this is 4. 6 minus 4, last digit is 2, so this will be a valid number. Okay, 7 की power, fourth power 7 9 3 1, and this is 3. Last digit will turn out to be 8. 8 8 4 2 6, and 6, like if we subtract 2 we will get 4. That also does not help. Okay, next is 9. We have 9 1 9 1, so fourth power is 1, and this is 9. Now when you subtract, now why are we making it 11? Basically fourth power will be a higher number, isn't it? So if we subtract 9 from 1, so it is some large number, so we will borrow, like जैसे हमें मान लो 241 से 119 करना है. So what we do? We borrow and make it 11. So 11 minus 9, the last digit is going to be 2. So this also we will accept. So we have two such possible values. Last digit should be 4 and last digit should be 9. Now P is in this range 20 to 30. So 24 is a valid number and 29 is a valid number. So the sum of these two possible numbers is 53. So question based on units digit. Okay, units digit is quite important. You may get questions like iska units digit nikalo and all. So this was your understanding of units digit in powers, fourth power, third power, taking the difference and telling which is the units digit that is coming. Okay. All right. So let's move to the next question. I hope you are enjoying this session. So don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends who are preparing for SRCC. And if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's move to this question. It is triangles. So it's a mix exercise, not just कि arithmetic या कुछ है. It is mix of arithmetic, algebra, modern math, everything. So this will serve as a good revision session of some concept and definitely some techniques also, smart techniques to solve problems. In a triangle ABC, point D is on side AB and point is on side AC such that BECD is a trapezium. So पहले बना लेते हैं triangle. Then D is on AB and E is on AC. BCED is a trapezium. So this is a trapezium. That means these are parallel sides. Okay. Now information is given that DE ratio BC is 3 ratio 5. You need to find the ratio of the area of triangle ADE and the trapezium BCED. Easy question. It was just about visualization and making the diagram for it. ठीक है, so फटाफट comment करके बताओ what will be the answer to this. So these are similar triangles, isn't it? This is parallel, this angle is common. So these are similar triangles. The sides are in the ratio DE ratio BC is equal to 3/5. तो इनका एरिया जो होता है, एरिया इज रेशियो ऑफ स्क्वायर्स ऑफ साइड्स, right? Area of small triangle and large triangle is DE square ratio BC square. So 9 ratio 25. ठीक है, so small triangle का एरिया 9 होगा तो large triangle का 25 होगा. That means this part is 16. So area of triangle ADE to trapezium will be 9 ratio 16. A simple question on similarity of triangles. You just had to draw a triangle and then because for visualization purpose you need to draw कि कैसे triangle बनेंगे and find the ratio of their areas. Okay, so the answer is 9 ratio 16. Okay, let's do the next one. A can do a piece of work in X days, B in X plus 10 days. The ratio of time taken by A, B and C to complete the work is 15 ratio 20 ratio 12. If A is held by B and C on every third day of the work, how long it will take for them to complete the job? Easy question है. चलो मान सकते कि ज्योमेट्री उतनी नहीं की होगी, अरिथमेटिक तो हर कोई करेगा रहता. Expect all of you to answer this. So ABC, it's a simple thing. X or X plus 10 there, ratio there 15, 20, 12, right? Ratio of time taken. So easily we can say 30, 40 and 24 days. Okay. That is, I mean, giving X and X plus 10, 15 ratio 20. So 30, 40, 24 days. So let us put work as 120 units. Okay. Standard LCM leke. Now A will do 4 units. 3 units and 5 units. Now, what does it say? That A is held by B and C on every third day of work. So, what happens on day 1? A will work. Okay, he will do 4 units. Day 2, A will work and do 4 units. Day 3, A, B, C, all 3 will work. So, they will complete 12 units. Right. So, this is one cycle. So, in 3 days, they complete 8 plus 12, 20 units, right? Total work कितना है? 120 units. So into 6 हो जाएगा. So that means 18 days they will complete 120 units. So the answer is 18 days. Now suppose the work was not 120 units. Just suppose that the work is, let us say, 126 units, right? So in that case, what we do is we find the complete cycles. So like 20 units per cycle in like let's say 18 days 120 is done, 19 days 124 will be done, and 20th day, this is 19, 20, 21. So 19 days 124 is done, and 20th day A is working alone 4 units. So 2 by 4, that is half day will need it. So 19 and a half days. Suppose it was, let us say, uh, the work was 130 units. Okay, just taking an example. Let's say the work is 130 units. So what will happen is 18 days में 120 हो गया, 19 में 124 हो गया, and 20 we have 128 units done. Now 21st day, all of them are working. Okay, we have to remaining 2 units and 12 units per day. So 1/6. So it will be 21 upon 6 days. So this is how we calculate the time taken to complete a work when people are working in cyclic form, like alternately or some days together, some days one person alone, etc. We make one cycle, calculate the number of complete cycles. So in this case, it was complete cycles only, like 18 days, 120. All right, so let's look at the next question. Let's see how many of you are good with remainders. So the question says a positive integer n is divided by 21, the remainder is 11. What is the remainder when n to the power 5 is divided by 7? So x plus 10 was just to find the value of x. 15 ratio 20 दिया था ना. So it was to find कि 30 or 40 days होंगे. That was the whole purpose of giving x plus 10. So direct नहीं दिया था कि 30 or 40 days लेना. It was given that they take x and x plus 10 days, that is 15 ratio 20. Okay, try this question on remainders. So you need to find the remainder when n to the power 5 is divided by 7. So n is divided by 21, the remainder is 11. So that means n is 21x plus 11. Okay. If we divide n by 7, what we will get? This is completely divisible. 3x plus, we can say 11 by 7. Now, if you split 11, like if I make it like 21x plus 7 plus 4, okay, and this is n. And if we divide by 7, it becomes this by 7 plus 4 by 7. So it is x plus 3 plus 4 by 7. So remainder is 4. Okay. When we divide n by 11, we can say n mod 7 is 4. So 4 remainder bach raha. So we need to find n to the power 5 mod 7. ठीक है, या तो फोर्थ की फिफ्थ पावर निकाल लो, you can calculate it, or the second thing which you can do is 4 into 4 into 4 is 64, which gives a remainder of 1, and 4 into 4 is 16, which gives a remainder of 2. So 1 into 2, 1 into 2, the remainder is 2. Okay, so remainder in powers of numbers. The scores of Amal and Bimal in an examination are in the ratio 11:14. After an appeal, their scores increase by the same amount and their new scores are in the ratio 47:56. The ratio of Bimal's new score to that of his original score is. So two people got marks in the ratio 11:14, and after an appeal, the scores increased by the same number. Cross method is used. You can use cross. I will tell you a very easy way to do this question. क्रॉस मेथड कैसे करोगे? आप ऐसे करोगे, लाइक हाउ अदर पीपल डू इट इज दे टेक द स्कोर्स एज 11x and 14x, okay, and they say that their score is increased by the same number, so we will say y and y, that becomes 47:56. ठीक है, so that's how they do, and then they do cross multiplication, find x and y. ठीक है, ऐसे करके करेंगे. I'll tell you an interesting way to do this. Okay, so let us say their scores are increasing by the same number. See, this is applicable when this increase is same. ठीक है, अगर अलग अलग होगा तब तब तो आपको क्रॉस से करना पड़ता है. If the increase is same, see what is the difference between these two? The difference between these is 3x, and the difference between these is 9. So ratio के उसमें याद रखना कि if one of these things is constant, like y is constant, ठीक है, अगर ये वेरिएबल सेम होता है तो भी कर सकते हो, लाइक सपोज इट वाज x एंड x, इट इज सम वेरिएबल, सो इफ दिस पार्ट इज कांस्टेंट वी विल इक्वेट द गैप, इनका गैप कितना है 3x है और इनका गैप कितना 9 है, राइट, सो वी विल इक्वेट दैट गैप, हाउ टू इक्वेट इट, 3x और 9 का एलसीएम क्या आएगा 9x, so make this gap 9x, so we will multiply this by 3, so it becomes 33x and 42x, this is 47x and 56x. Now if you see y is equal to 14x, in each case if you put y is 14x, you will get the same thing, right? Now what we need to find, we need to find Vimal's new score to his original score. New score 56 है, original was 42. So 56 ratio 42 is 4 ratio 3. So ये ऐसे gap equate करके ratio के question बहुत simply हो सकते हैं. Okay. So what did we do here is, like this part is constant. When should you apply this concept, like this technique is when this part is constant. अगर ये दो same है, अगर ये यहाँ पे y और 2y होता तो आप नहीं लगा पाते. ओके, फिर उसके लिए आपको इक्वेट करना पड़ता, उसका भी तरीका होता है, लाइक अगर यहाँ y और 2y होता ऊपर 2 से मल्टीप्लाई कर देते, रेशियो चेंज कर देते, मैनिपुलेट कर सकते. सो दिस इज हाउ यू मैनिपुलेट रेशियोज एंड सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन. ओके, सो now we are saying that initial ratio 11 ratio 14 है, right? 11x 14x लूं या मैं इसे 22x 28x लूं, right? As long as the ratio remains same, it does not matter to me, right? हमें क्या करना है, गैप इक्वेट करना है. यहाँ पे 3x था, हमने 9x बना दिया गैप, और ये भी हमने 9x बना दिया गैप. Ratio can be multiplied by any number. So we made the gap equal and then equation becomes quite simple. आपको cross multiplication ही नहीं करना. So this is 33x plus y is 47x. So if you see y is 14x, if you put here or here, makes no difference. Okay, so this is how you equate gap and avoid cross multiplication. वरना cross multiplication करते कितना टाइम लगता है, 56 into 11 plus 56y 47 into 14, ओके, प्लस 47y, फिर x और y के टर्म में आंसर आता. सो दिस इज वे टू सॉल्व इट इंस्टेंटली. ओके, सो अच्छा लगा, सो प्लीज डू लाइक दिस वीडियो. 8 chairs are numbered 1 to 8. 2 women and 3 men wish to occupy one chair each. First, the women choose the chairs from amongst the chairs 1 to 4, and then the men select from the remaining chairs. Find the total number of possible arrangements. So we are given that there are 8 chairs numbered 1 to 8. Two women and 3 men, they have to occupy one chair each. The women choose the chairs from 1 to 4. पहले women को choose करने देने. So in how many ways can the women choose? Now see this. The first woman has 4 choices. Second woman has three choices. Okay, 4 into 3. Now, then the men select from the remaining chairs. Now, remaining is not these four. Okay. अब जो men है उसके पास 6 choices हैं. Let us say women ने ये दो select कर ली. So there are 6 choices. It is not mentioned that like it is from remaining 4 chairs. It is saying remaining chairs. Remaining chairs ये भी हो सकती हैं. The ones which are not occupied. Okay, so 6 choices here. M2 will have 5 choices. M3 will have 4 choices. So 12 into 6 into 5 into 4. So 30, 360 into 4, 1440 arrangements. Okay, 1440, right answer. Alright, so let's see the next question. A shopkeeper sells 2 pens for rupees 38. The selling price of the first is equal to the cost price of the second. If the first is sold at 25% gain and the second at 10% loss, what is his total gain or loss? So you need to find his profit or loss. So let us say cost price and selling price. The selling price of the first is equal to the cost price of the second. ठीक है तो इसका cost price और इसका selling price same है. Selling price of first is equal to cost price of second. ये same है. It says the first is sold at a 25% gain. ये 25% gain में तो इसका cost price कितना होगा? 25% gain means 5 by 4 times. 5 by 4 times is 100x. So it has to be 80x. And the second one is sold at 10% loss. So second is sold at 90x. So total cost price is 180x. Total selling price is 190x. Okay. Now 190x is given as 38. So x is 0.2. Okay. 0.2 आ गया. So we need to find the total gain or loss. So there is a gain of 10x. 10x will be equal to 2 rupees. So he has a profit of 2 rupees. Okay. Alright, so let's see the next question. In the given figure, a small semicircle is inscribed on a larger semicircle as shown in the figure. The diameter of the smaller semicircle is the chord of the larger semicircle. Okay. You need to find the area of the blue shaded region. So what we are given that this the diameter of the smaller semicircle is the chord. So this is a chord of the larger circle. Okay, so this is a chord here. We will use an interesting property of circles here to find out that. Now, like when we say this thing chord, chord में एक property होती है. So if there is a circle and there is a chord, suppose एक circle है, उसमें chord है, तो you draw the perpendicular, it cuts into two equal parts. ठीक है, that is the property, and this is the radius. So that is the property. If you draw perpendicular, it cuts the chord into two equal parts. Okay, we will use that property to find out the lengths of these. Like, so let us say we draw this perpendicular like this. Okay, now what is happening is if we draw the perpendicular from here, this is the radius r. Okay, let's say the small radius is small r, the smaller radius is small r. Okay, radius of the smaller semicircle, this is r. Now from this is 1 centimeter, given 1 centimeter and 1 centimeter. So this length is r plus 1. Okay. This length from here to here is, because this is the smaller semicircle, this length is r, and this is the radius. So what is the radius of larger circle? 1 plus r plus 2. Okay. So if you can think of three numbers that form Pythagorean triples, right? What are the three numbers? Consecutive numbers r plus 1 और r plus 2 Pythagorean triples होने चाहिए. So we can think of 3, 4, 5. If you know Pythagorean triples, great. If you do not know, don't worry, right? You can solve the equation also. So you can make r plus 1 ka whole square plus r square is equal to r plus 2 ka whole square. The right angle triangle. So you will get r square plus 2 plus 2 minus 4 is minus 2r plus 1 minus 3. So r is equal to 3. So अगर Pythagorean direct पता है, so you can use that directly. Now we need to find the area of blue shaded region. So blue like larger, this is a semicircle. ठीक है, semicircle क्या होता है? Pi r square by 2. So this is the larger semicircle. Let's say this is the larger semicircle and this is the smaller semicircle. So pi by 2 r square minus r square. So pi by 2, capital R is 5. ठीक है, छोटा radius is 3. This is r plus 2 which is 5. So 25 minus 9 which is 8 pi will be the answer. Is it clear? So whenever we see a chord in a circle, the property is that it is perpendicular, which cuts the chord into two equal parts. So this perpendicular will cut into two parts, r and r. We assume the radius to be r, and then we apply this property that it is a perpendicular. So r plus 1, this side is r, hence the radius is r plus 2. All right, let's move on to the next question. There are two drums, each containing a mixture of paint A and B. In drum 1, A and B are in the ratio 18 ratio 7. The mixtures from drum 1 and 2 are mixed in the ratio 3 ratio 4. And in this final mixture, A and B are in the ratio 13 ratio 7. In drum 2, A and B were in what ratio? So, how do we get this value? See, let's do it in a conventional way and then I'll tell you how to solve such questions with ease. Conventional way क्या है? A में क्या है? A has A and B are in the ratio like drum 1. A and B are in the ratio 18 ratio 7. Okay. Drum 2 the ratio is not given. And mix, when we mix them, the ratio is they are mixed in the ratio 3 ratio 4. Okay. And finally, the ratio is 13 ratio 7. Okay. So let us say, like, what is the fraction of it? Fraction, we will go with any one of the liquids, right? We will not go with both the liquids. We will go with any one of the liquids. So if you see this first one, it is 18 by 25. Okay, so first one is like we can go with A or you can go with B also. Okay, A is 18 by 25. Let us say its portion is X. Okay, so 3 into 18 by 25 plus 4x, the portion becomes 13 by 20. Okay, ये portion बन गया. Now let us say x is the portion. Here 18 by 25 is the portion. Here it is 4, like they are mixed in the ratio 3 and 4. So 3 parts of it 18 by 25, 4 parts of x makes it 13 by 20. So this will become 54 by 25 plus 4x is equal to 13 by 20, or we will multiply by 7 also, like total is 91 by 20. Yeah. So 4x is equal to 91 by 20 minus 54 by 25. So ये हो जाएगा आपका 100, should be 455 into 5 करेंगे and this will be into 4, which is basically 239 by 100. Okay, so 4x is 239 by 100. So x is 239 by 400. So part of this is 239 by 400. So if this is 239, this will be 161. So the answer is option D, 239 ratio 161. ठीक है, एक तरीका ये, like you could have done with second also. So in case you are confused कि क्या हम b के लिए भी निकाल सकते थे, yes we could have calculated for b also, उसकी भी equation solve कर लेते हैं. Let's say we had for, like, suppose we calculate for b, we say that the portion is y. So same तरीके से इसको भी निकाल सकते हैं. b is 7 by 25 and we took three parts of it. Suppose we took four parts of it and the portion is y. So total is 7 by 20 and into 7. So this becomes 21 by 25 plus 4y. So subtract कर देंगे, 4y is equal to 245 minus 4 times is 84 by 100. So ये आ जाएगा आपका 161 by 100 और y is equal to 161 by 400. So y is 161 parts, x is, like, first is 239 parts. So a ratio b is 239 by 161. So you can use for either variable. You do not have to calculate for both. ठीक है, किसी भी एक के लिए निकाल सकते हो. That is the conventional method. अब इसे without using conventional method, how can you solve straight away? देखो, एक important चीज notice करो, that the ratio which is given here is, ठीक है, the ratio which is given here is total are 25 parts, total are 20 parts. ठीक है, so total कुछ 25 20 इनका multiple बनना चाहिए, isn't it? Like कुछ तो बन रहा होगा, then only you will be able to get it. Now if you see this, ये total कितना है, 414, this is 369, दिस इज 370. ऑप्शंस आपको बता देंगे ये 400 है. सो कुछ ना कुछ इनका मल्टीपल ही बन रहा होगा, तभी वो ऐसे कुछ फिट बैठेगा. सो दैट मीन्स दिस इज द आंसर. सो समटाइम्स, लाइक, this question became very simple because of the options. If you were to do with options, directly do with options, do not go with this process. 7 by 20, 7 से इसलिए मल्टीप्लाई किया. See, this is, let us say, 7 by 25 and how much it is, 3 liters. Okay, suppose we took 3 liters of this and 4 liters of this, so total is 7 liters. Okay, so 3 liters का 7 by 25, 4 liters का y percent, like y is the fraction, y is the portion of that liquid. ठीक है, so 3 liters का 7 by 25 plus 4 का y is equal to 7 by 20 of 7 liters. So this is the volume, like 3, 4 and total is 7. So that is why we multiplied by 7. So this was the conventional way to do it. You can do for one, right? Do not do for both. ये तो बस मैंने दिखाया कि इससे भी करोगे कि आंसर सेम आ जाएगा. So you can do for one of the two liquids, A or B. Okay, and the better option here is go by options, add the ratios. Okay, ideally 20 or 25 का multiple बनना चाहिए. So 400 is there, which is a multiple of both 20 and 25. So this saves you a lot of time. So instead of solving this might take 2-3 minutes. This will hardly take 30 seconds to answer the question, which most of us do not realize while attempting questions. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. The roots of this equation are a and b, and there is an equation. It has roots as a plus 2 and b plus 2. We need to find the value of p minus q. So quadratic equation roots, the property which says about the roots is sum and product of roots. ये चीज ध्यान रखना, सम एंड प्रोडक्ट ऑफ रूट से क्वेश्चन पूछे जाता है क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन में. सम इज माइनस बी अपॉन ए एंड प्रोडक्ट इज सी अपॉन ए. So let's see this problem. So sum of the roots is like a and b is given. So sum a plus b is minus b upon a. So minus this upon this, that is minus 5. And product of roots is minus 7. Okay, product of this is this upon this. Right? This equation has roots a plus 2 and b plus 2. So sum of the roots is a plus 2. Now in the second equation, sum is a plus 2 plus b plus 2, which is a plus b plus 4. And that is minus 1. Okay. And second thing, that is the product of roots is given by a plus 2 into b plus 2. So this becomes ab plus 2a, 2a and 2b. So 2 times of a plus b plus 4. So AB is minus 7. A plus B is minus 5. So 2 times of this will be minus 10 and plus 4. So which is minus of 13. Right? Now this equation has 2x square plus px plus q is equal to 0. That is the equation. Sum of the roots is minus 1. So that means p upon 2 is like minus p upon 2 is minus 1. Okay, minus b upon a. So this gives us p is equal to 2. Product of roots is q upon 2, which is minus 13. So q is minus 26. Okay, p minus q minus 24 or sorry, p minus q करा तो p plus q, that is 28 will be the answer. Okay, minus q कह रहा है, p minus q, it is not p plus q, p minus q. So p minus minus will become plus, the answer will be 28. So property based on the sum and product of roots. Okay. I hope you are enjoying this session. So please don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. Let's move to the next question. Roman travels from A to B at 40 km per hour on a bike. He travels from B to C at 10 km per hour on cycle. The distance between A and B is equal to the distance between B and C. Then he travels from C to A via B at 24 km per hour by auto rickshaw. Find his average speed for the entire journey. So he goes from A to B, then B to C, and C to A. So let's see this question. So A to B and then B to C and then returns. Let's for simple purpose यहाँ से यहाँ तक 40 स्पीड है 10 and return speed is 24. Okay, so let's do one thing. We will make it like 40 10 24 LCM of in these questions. Solve it like this. The LCM is 120. So let us say this distance is 120. Let's make this distance also 120 and let's then this distance becomes 240. Okay, so average speed is total distance upon total time. That's how we calculate the average speed of a journey. Okay, so total distance is 240 plus 240 480. Total time निकाल लेते हैं. Here you will take 3 hours 40. You will take 12 hours and 10 hours. So 3 plus 12 is 15 plus 10 25. 4 times कर लो 19.2 किलोमीटर पर आवर. ठीक है, so average speed निकालनी है, total distance upon total time. Since A to B and B to C is like needs to be done, you can calculate it like this. Taking LCM is the best way, otherwise you can put D also, but वो equation बनेगी in variable, so better take a value which is LCM. Okay, so let's try this question. It says that Aman, Bharat, Chitra and Deepa are 4 siblings. Their mother gave them some candies. Aman took 1/3 of the candies and returned 4. Bharat took 1/4 of the remaining candies and returned 3. Then Chitra took half of the remaining candies and returned 2. Finally, Deepa took the remaining 17 candies. How many candies were there in the beginning? So there are 4 people A, B, C, D. We do these kind of questions going in the reverse way. Like we'll start with D. D took 17 candies. Now before that, C took half of the remaining candies and returned 2. So she returned 2 candies. That is why 17 were left. ठीक है, अगर वो 2 रिटर्न नहीं करता तो कितने बचते? 15 बचते. ठीक है, if C did not return the candies, then there would have been 15 candies. ठीक है, so try to understand, this is an interesting question. Okay, so if C did not return the 2 candies तो 15 बचते. So that means C ने पहले 15 पिक किए होंगे. 15 15 he took half of the candies, half of the remaining candies, so 15 15, so that means remaining were 30 candies. ठीक है, 13 candies थे. So इसने पहले 15 उठाए फिर 2 ले लिए, so that means C took 13 candies. ठीक है, is it clear? So now then we will go back. Bharat took 1/4 of the remaining candies and returned 3. So after returning 3 candies, it became 30. ठीक है, suppose he did not return these 3 candies, then there must have been Like he returned 3, it became 30. Okay. If he did not return 3, then it must have been 27. 27 baste. Okay. And he took 1/4 of the remaining candies. So he left 3/4. Okay. Then it became 27. Like he took 1/4 and he left 3/4. So that means he took 9 candies at first. 9 pick kiye, 1/4 pick kiye, and he left 27. But he returned 3 candies. So it became 30 and finally he took 6 candies only. Okay. Now these are 36 candies. Now we will come to the first person, which is Aman. Aman took 1/3 of the candies and returned 4. He returned 4 candies. So that means initially he made it 40. Okay. So sorry, he left 32. Like last में 36 हो गए. ठीक है, लास्ट में 36 हुए. दैट मीन्स इनिशियली ही मेड इट 32, फिर 4 रिटर्न कर दिए तो इट बिकेम्स 36. राइट. सो 4 रिटर्न किए एंड ही हैड टेकन 1/3 ऑफ द कैंडीज. 1/3 लेने के बाद 32 बचे. सो दैट मीन्स लाइक दिस वाज 2/3. So he must have taken initially 16 and he returned 4. So that means he took 12 candies. So total we will get as 48 candies. ठीक है, तो अभी से रिवर्स में मैं चेक करूं. There were 48 candies. Aman came. He took 12 candies. So like he took 1/3 of the candies. First he took 1/3. So that means 32 were left and then he returned 4. So 30 like पहले इसने 16 पिक किए फिर उससे 4 रिटर्न कर दिए. So 36 बच गए. Now 36 are left. Then Bharat took 1/4. So Bharat took 9 candies and then returned 3. So he took 6 candies only. Now 30 are left. Then Charan took half of the, Chitra took half. So 15 take kiye. Then returned 2. So 13 take kiye. 17 are left and he took 17. So total 48 candies in the beginning. Okay. So good question. That needs to be done in the reverse way from end. The expenditure of a mess is partly fixed and partly variable. If there are 5 students, then the total expenditure is 10,500. If there are 8 students, then the total expenditure is 12,000. Find the average expenditure when there are 16 students in the mess. So we are given that there is fixed expenditure and there is variable expenditure. Okay. And like total expenditure of 5 students is given, total expenditure of 8 students is given. So we need to find the average expenditure of 16 students. So in these kind of questions, what we do is that the expenditure is given by, there is fixed expenditure plus variable expenditure that depends on n number of people. So suppose fixed expenditure is x and variable expenditure is y, and n is the number of people. Okay. So first case is when there are 5 students. So fixed will be 5 only and x only, and it is 5y is 10,500. Second case, x plus 8y, the total expenditure is 12,000. And the third case we need to find where we have x plus 12 like 16y. Okay. Now if you see this, there is a difference of 3y. 3y is 1500. So y is 500. We need to increase 8y. 8y means we need to increase 4000. So 16 people, the expenditure will be 16,000. So x plus 16y will be 16,000. You do not need to find x separately. We know the total expenditure is going to be 16,000. Simple equation money. X plus 5y is 10,500 and x plus 8y is 12,000. So we get y as 500. Now 8y we need to increase, that is 4,000 we need to increase. So total expenditure is 16,000 and we need to find the average expenditure. इसको 16 से divide कर दोगे, answer will be 1,000 rupees per person. Okay, so that is the answer to this question. Now this is an interesting question again which requires some sort of manipulation of values to get the right answer. So there is a given quadrilateral and the sides are 9, 13, 28 and 30. We need to find the area of this quadrilateral. So in this quadrilateral, you have to find its area. This is some sort of manipulation is required, especially the knowledge of Pythagorean triples. And if you make it hypotenuse, can we make it 5, 12, 13? So let's do one thing. Let's just break it like this. एक यहाँ से ऐसे right angle triangle बना देते हैं. If you make it 5 and 12, right? 5, 12, 13 is a right angle triangle. Now this is 12, 9, 12, 15 is a right angle triangle. And this is 3. Total is 18. So 15 till here and 3 here. So 3, 4, 5 is also a right angle triangle. Okay. So a bit of manipulation required here and you get these right angle triangles. Now we can find the area of these right angle triangles. Area, so this total is 28. So from here to here it will be 24. 18, 24 and like from this we can figure out like ये आपको ऐसे निकल के आ जाएगा 18, 30, this will be 24, this will be 4. Okay, and then this manipulation of making this point here and making the right angle triangles. Okay, so area of this is 24 into 18 by 2, so half AB, that is the area. 24 into 19, 216 is the area of this. 9 into 12 and half, this is 54. 12 into 5 by 2, that is 30. And 3 into 4 by 2, the area is 6. So 216, 270, 300, 306 square centimeter. Okay, that is the answer of this question. Okay, so let's see the next question. There are 12 lockers in a row in a gym. How many ways are there to choose 5 of them so that no two of the chosen lockers are next to each other? So this is called separation problem. Okay, and using separation we will find out that how we can choose the lockers. ठीक है, इसे करने का तरीका क्या होता है? There are 12 lockers and we have to choose 5 of them. So place the, how many remaining are there? Remaining is 7. ठीक है, तो पहले 7 लॉकर्स रख लेते हैं, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay. Now put the remaining, like count this. So 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay. So 8. Now these are the ones that are not next to each other. Okay. Now in eight of these lockers, we need to pick five. So the lockers, see these seven, we will separate these five. So what we do, we take the seven lockers, which will place these. Now, if you have a locker here, 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 any of these five positions, they are separated. So first we create separations between them. So we have created these separations. Now we have eight places and we need to pick five. We have to choose, right? We do not have to arrange. So out of these eight, we need to pick five. So 8C5 is 876. That is 8 factorial by 5 factorial, 3 factorial. This is 56 ways of choosing the lockers. Okay, standard problem on separation in combinations. Okay, let's see this next question, which is a very simple question in fact. It says the perimeter of a triangle is 10 centimeter. Find its maximum possible area. So maximum possible area happens when, like if it's a triangle is given and perimeter is given, so maximum possible area is equilateral triangle. Okay, remember this. So perimeter is 10, so side length is going to be 10 by 3. Okay, so area of a triangle is root 3 by 4 a square. So this becomes root 3 by 4 a square is 100 by 9. Okay, so this becomes, perimeter is 10, so side length will be 3. Root 3 by 4 a square. Oh, 100 by 9, this is 25. So 25 root 3 by 9. So if we take root 3 in the denominator, it will be 25 upon 3 root 3. So the answer is option A. Okay, 25 by 3 root 3. So the thing is, like we get equal, like maximum area in equilateral triangle. Okay, so let's see the next problem. We are given two series and the ratio of that is 7. We need to find the value of n in this series. So we have a series 3, 5, 7 and so on till n terms, and in the denominator we have 5, 8, 11 and so on till 10 terms. You need to find the value of n. The thing is arithmetic progression. Both are arithmetic progression. So sum of n terms of an AP. So you need to find the the value of n. So for what we will do, like we can find the sum of these terms. So sum of n terms of AP is given by n by 2 a plus l if the last term is known, or if it is not known then it is n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 d. Okay, so this is an AP. The difference is 333, okay, and the difference is 222. So we can find this sum. This is given to us, we will get this sum and then apply the formula to find the sum of n terms. We will find the number of terms. Okay. So let us find the sum of these terms. 5, 8, 5 plus 8 plus 11 and so on up to 10 terms. So we'll use this formula. N by 2, n is 10, 10 by 2, 2 times of a. So that is 10. 2, a is first term plus n minus 1, 9, and d is 3 here. Okay, the common difference is 3. So 5 into, so this becomes 5 and 27 plus 10, 37, 185. So 185 into 7 is the product. So this is 185. So this sum we need to find n terms. Okay. 3 plus 5 plus 7 and so on up to n terms. The sum is this 185 into 7. This is 185 and this is 7. So 185 into 7 will be the sum. Now the thing is, we'll apply the same formula here. N by 2, 2a. 2a is 6 plus n minus 1d. N minus 1, d is 2. To 7. So it becomes 2n plus 4. And if you take 2, so this becomes n. Okay, so this is how we solve this equation. Okay, now it becomes like, see, you do not need to multiply and get this. 185 can be split like 37 into 5, isn't it? And this is 7. So it is basically 35 into 37. Okay, n by n and n plus 2. So it means n is 35. Okay, so हम इससे relate कर सकते हैं. You do not have to find the product. Just see the relation n into n plus 2 कर रहा है, and that is 35 into 37. So n is 35 in this solution. Okay, got the answer. Let's see the next question. It says that Lokesh borrowed 46,000 at 10% simple interest payable at 4 equal annual installments. Find the annual installment paid by him. Okay, so now the thing is, like, how to solve these installment based questions, right? So understand this. Suppose the annual installment is of x rupees. Okay, so x all annual installments. So let's not put x, let's put 100 rupees is the annual installment. Suppose this installment is 100, so it will be paid 100 only. If this installment is delayed by 1 year, so you have to pay 4 equal annual installments. The rate of interest is 10%, so you would have to pay. So we are taking the annual installments as 100x. So if you delay it, at the end, like, you are paying annual installments 100x 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 100x. Okay, but if you delay it, you do not pay it on time, and you pay it at the end, so you'll have to pay 100x for this. If you do not pay it on time and you pay at the end, right? So if you pay at the end, how much you'll have to pay? You have to pay 20% interest. 2 ईयर डिले करोगे और इस वाली इंस्टॉलमेंट को भी एंड पे पे करोगे, right? First installment also if you pay it, you'll have to pay 130x. 3 years का delay, यहाँ पे 1 year delay 10% interest, 2 years delay 20% interest, 3 years delay 30% interest. Now this will happen when you are paying all amount all together. ठीक है, सारा आप एक साथ पे कर रहे हो, isn't it? So when you are paying all together, what is the amount that you are paying? So this is like simple interest. The amount that you are paying is 46,000 ka 1.4 times, because 10% simple interest 4 years. So that means 40% interest there. Okay. Now see this. This is 25360 460x. 460x is this. We need to find the value of 100x. That is the annual installment that we are talking. So 100x will be, that is 40,000. So what we do in installment based questions is we take all installments to be 100x. Now, if this is delayed, now if you do not pay this installment on time, 1 year later it will become 110x. If it is delayed, it will become 120x after 2 years. If this is delayed, it becomes 130x, right? Total, if you do not pay anything and pay together at the end, you will have to pay this, right? What we normally do in simple interest, we say that like we are paying everything all at once. So all at once we are paying 460x, that is this amount. Okay. So we need to find the annual installment, that is 100x. So 100x will be 14,000. Okay. So this solves this installment question. Okay, so this was today's session. We had a marathon session solving different variety of questions, touching all aspects, right? Algebra, arithmetic, geometry, modern math, everything we covered. So I hope you enjoyed this session and learned something new from it, solving some special techniques in some questions, some tricks, etc. So if you enjoyed, don't forget to like this video. And there are a couple of videos for, there are a couple of questions for you to answer in the comments of this video. This is first question. Okay, based on mensuration, you need to find the volume of the gift. And this is an algebra based question on HCF of polynomials. And third question is on averages. Okay, so it is an interesting thing, average and integer values. So answer these in the comments of this video. I'll soon come up with videos on DI and reasoning, and other sections also will have revision sessions. Don't forget to watch those sessions as well on the channel. So if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share this video with your friends who are preparing for this exam. And in case you are preparing for CAT or know someone who is preparing for CAT, you can recommend our course to them. Okay, this is one of the best course that you will get, okay, which covers the concepts through live classes. And with every class you get practice sheets. There is a doubt resolution group for uh, enrolled students. Okay, and we also will be providing full length mocks as well as sectional mock test. So in case you know someone who is looking for a CAT course, students keep asking which is the best course for CAT, you can recommend the same, and you can also get a referral bonus for it. Okay, so that is it for today's class. I hope you enjoyed this session and would have brushed up your concepts and you learned something new. So I'll be coming up with marathon sessions on other sections also. So please keep a watch on the channel. Thanks for watching this video. Good night.